Hello there folks, and thanks for joining me once again at my tying bench. And today's fly, I'm going to tie you up Montana stonefly nymph, and to just throw in a little twist, I change up the color on the thorax here, and I call it the blue Montana. And I also tie it with orange and chartreuse thorax. You can change it up, and it doesn't seem to affect the pattern much at all, and it's a good old classic stonefly pattern, not that difficult to tie, so I thought I'd share my version, one of my versions up with you this time, share it up. So we'll get this guy the vise here and I'll get tying for you. And for the hook I chose a size 8 nymph hook, mustad 9672. You can use your favorite nymph hook, of course. And it can be tied from a size, largest a size 2 down to a size 16. So we'll get that locked in the vise here. And as you can see, I already have 12 wraps of 0.15 lead wire on here, and you want to keep the lead wire closer to around the thorax area on the fly, closer to the eye. Alright, so first thing I'll do, I'm using UTC 70 denier in black for the thread this time. So we're going to make a little dam here in front of the lead to start. Jump on top, work our thread back. And we'll do another thread dam behind. I'm just going to trim that tag end thread off there. Okay. Build that up. We'll go over the top of the lead. And we'll do this a couple times here to make sure the lead's down, secured well. Okay, one more time up, then back. Alrighty, so now we're going to move our thread back to the rear of the hook, just about to the barb here. Alrighty, we'll stop there. Now, as you probably know, if you've seen this fly, the tail is black goose biots, and I have a couple here ready to tie in. And you want the concave sides against one another so they splay out a little bit as you tie them in. I had these ones prepared and they sort of slipped out of the pliers, so just bear with me here. I get them situated once again. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to place these on here. And I usually put them in about the hook gap for as far as the length goes. So we'll get those on here, and I'll come around with a pinch wrap and pinch those on. And we'll wrap forward towards the lead here, tying down our excess biots. And I'll snip those end pieces off right behind the lead there. Okay. Secure the rest of that down well. Alrighty. Okay, next we're going to tie in the body. And it's black chenille. And I have some small black chenille here. And I've already stripped off the fuzzies to expose the thread core there. So we're going to tie that in on my side. Come back and stop right in front of the tail there. Then we'll secure all the rest of that down. Nice snug wraps. Alright. And I like to bring the body, you want the abdomen to come up about just halfway past the, halfway on the hook rather. I'm going to use the rotary function here just to wrap this up. Okay, and I want to stop right about there because we don't want to crowd the eye. There's a lot of stuff going on up front on this fly here, so we'll tie that off. Okay, a couple more wraps and wrap back on it, secure it well. Okay, snip off our excess chenille. Okay, so there's the abdomen on the nymph. Now, the wing case is black chenille as well, so what I do is calls for 2 strands. I just take one short piece and just loop it like so. Make a little loop and we'll tie that on top here. Okay, just like so. Now we'll come in and tie these down, the pinch wrap on top. And we'll wrap back a ways onto the abdomen there. Then forward, securing that down well with some good tight wraps. And that'll be our wing case there. Okay, that looks good. Alrighty, so next is our thorax, and hence the name Blue Montana. I got some small blue chenille here. And we're going to tie that in. Just going to strip off some of the fuzzies there so I can tie it in by the thread. Okay. We're going to catch that in. Oh, sorry folks, almost forgot one important step, and that's for our legs, the hackle, and I have some small black saddle hackle here. And I'll tie that in on the far side with the concave side facing to the rear of the hook. Tie that stem down nice and tight. Come in and snip off the excess there. Now we'll tie our blue chenille in for the thorax. Just got a little ahead of myself there. Okay, we'll catch that in here. Okay, gonna wrap back on it a ways and forward. And we'll stop our thread right behind the eye there, folks. Okay, so the next step is to grab our blue chenille and wrap our thorax. So we'll come around, begin to wrap that up, and I usually do about 3 wraps on these. That way it leaves enough space at the eye to tie off. So one important step in fly tying is try not to never crowd the eye, and a fly doesn't matter really what fly you're tying. So you got adequate space to tie things off. We'll snip that out. Okay. Actually, I did come a little too close, but I think we'll be fine. Alright. Now we'll take our hackle here, and I'm going to wrap about 3 wraps for the legs on the fly around the thorax here. Okay. Just going to grab my hackle pliers here, folks. Okay, about 3 wraps is sufficient on this guy. Because you want that blue to show through. So we'll come around, then I'll come up and tie that off. A couple wraps behind the hackle tip, and then a couple in front. Snug that down good. Good tension on the thread. Come in, nice and easy, snip that out. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is just take my fingers and sweep all that back here if I can. So I've got a few there that trap down with the thread. If we don't get them all, we'll just snip those ones out that I can't get back there. We'll just snip them out. There we go. And I got a couple there I'm going to snip. Just use my thumb to steady my scissors. Got another one there. Okay. No worries. Okay, now what I like to do is take my scissors and just trim the hackles along the top there where we're going to bring the thorax over. Just trim those top ones off. You don't really have to, just your wing case will lay down a little neater that way. Okay, so we'll bring those 2 strands of chenille over, like over the top like so, for our thorax. Or excuse me, I keep saying thorax, wing case. And I'll catch those in. Check it, looks good on both sides. I'm going to wrap back 2 to 3 wraps here, nice and tight. Snug it down. And we'll come in and snip that off close, just like so. There we go. There's our wing case tied in. Now I'm just going to trim that up a little bit here. Alright, so now I'm going to go start at the right behind the eye, and I'm going to wrap back on that to form the head. And you'll end up with a little bit of a large head on this fly, but it doesn't really matter. It's just the way it is on this particular pattern. And I did get a little close to the eye than what I wanted, so that's one reason why, but it won't affect the fly any, folks. Just take your time, build up a neat little head on them. Just like so. Alright, that's pretty good right there. So now, all we got left to do is a whip finish on this particular guy here. So I'll bring my whip finisher in, folks, and we'll do a 4 or 5 turn whip finish on him to finish him off here. Okay. Come in and do our whip. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Snug it down nice and tight there. And I'll come in and cut off the excess there. Alright, there we have it. Another size 8 blue Montana. Just a little twist on the original pattern. Just change up the colors a little bit on the thorax. And you could put any color you wish into this fly, that's for sure. Just change it up. It's one thing I like to do is just change up the old classic patterns. Just add a little twist to them, change them up a little, just something a little different. So anyway, I want to mention before I continue, or as I'm going here, that this video is going to be the video for the draw that I mentioned for the box of flies. So what I'm going to do next though, folks, here is just put a little bone dry on the head of this fly, and I'll finish him, then I'll give you more details here on the draw. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty. Cure him up there, folks. Only takes a few seconds. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty, now. So what I want you to do on this particular video is in the comments just down below, anybody that's subscribed and you're interested in the box of flies, just throw a comment down below saying happy tying. And what I'll do, anyone who wants to enter the draw, I'll make a video down the road, not too far down the road, and then I'll make a video showing the draw. I'll have all the names in a hat or something, and I'll draw one out. So if you're interested, don't forget to comment below happy tying, and I'll make the draw on my next video that I put out. And I think if in case you haven't seen the box of flies, I don't know how well that's come in focus, but they're all patterns that I've done in recent videos, and it'll be about 33 flies, I believe, in the box altogether. So if you're interested and you want to chance to win the flies, don't forget to comment down below happy tying. So I won't rant on any longer. So like I always say, if you'd like to see more of my videos, more of my flies, don't hesitate to hit that good old subscribe button there, and the like button too, and the little bell there so you're notified when I put up new videos. So until next time, everyone, happy tying out there. I shall see you all again soon, and so long for now, folks.